This video will trigger you and offend you in some way. You have been warned. So finally, after months and months of a hype, Infinity Train rears its head. But was all that hype worth it? I mean, honestly, I cannot tell. I mean, come on, it's episode 1. But what I can answer is my first impressions of the show and what I like and don't like. And if you saw my community post about the show beforehand, you should have a good idea where I'm taking this. But with that said, let's jump into the hype machine known as Infinity Train. There will be spoilers, like, duh, the episode just came out. Okay, let's cut to the chase. My first overall impression of episode 1 is the bottom tier of meh. Why do you ask? Because the episode is confusing as I don't know what. They're shoving so much crap in such a short period of time faster than they can stabilize one. I've always hated when shows shoving so much crap in one episode, then they rush it because they don't have enough time to get some kind of clarity on even one event. Even half of one event in that matter. Now the fans are asking crap like, why did the train show up there? Why did the sign state Tulip's destination? What's the flash? What's the meaning behind it? How long was Tulip out? What's this thing? Why is it looking for its mom? Okay, if this thing has such a tough time getting out, how did it get in? How in the world can that door lead to the outside of the train when there's still land behind it? Why did the glove activate the block up there but not when it hit the ground? What's the number on her hand? How did it get there? Why is it there? How long was it there? Where is she? And how did the train get from the US to here? Because unless they're in Arizona, this is not US. I mean, crap, I don't think this is Earth. Maybe Mars? What's that beam? Why is it here? What did it do to that guy? Kill him? Teleport him? What's the purpose? And why in the world did you not just take his shoes off? They're slip-on boots for Pete's sake. Why did the train stop? What are these things? Why are they here? Again, the blocks with the inconsistent activating, and the list goes on and on and on. Yes, I know it's episode 1, and that's my problem. It's episode 1. It's too much crap for episode 1. It's too much crap for the mainstream viewers to handle. Why are we shoving all this crap down? We need to take baby steps here. Why don't you start off with clarifying the current setting, start establishing the characters, get the fans to know them more, and if you want to build a conflict like Tulip and her parents, pace it out with a more digestible reason for her just to run off like this, and establish a concrete goal for the characters. A good example of a good episode 1 is Gravity Falls. I mean, while it showed a lot of crap in the first few seconds, it at least explained the events and how it led up to that very moment, all while establishing most of the important characters. I mean, it gave us a few questions, sure, but at least it answered a few of them for us, while the others were explained throughout the show's run. And of course establishing a concrete goal for Dipper. And even Star Versus at the very least established a concrete goal to why Star is going to Earth, to perfect her magic. Even though they completely abandon it, it's better than the wishy-washy bowl of meh. With Infinity Train, however, it just gives us all this crap and leaves it out to dry as it didn't even go through 1. It didn't even establish a concrete goal for Tulip, and the key word for this is concrete. This has all the signs of that wishy-washy goal that changed a billion times throughout the show's run until the final conflict. Not a good start in my book on that note. And this all trickles down to the plot. What is it? What is it? Just to get to the camp? Is it just to get off the train? Is there something bigger down the line? I mean, I should hope it's something bigger because the plot is retarded. Because if you want to get off the train that won't kill you, you have how many cars to cross? I mean, surely you're going to encounter something that wants to kill you if you're just going to go with that standalone. You got to elaborate on that, come on. And the red flags are steaming because how exactly is Tulip going to prepare even mentally for this journey? Is she going to wing it? Is she just going to waltz car through car with nothing but plotter on her side? Does she have a plan? Why go all the way to the conductor when you can find a better method of getting off while on the way? As far as Tulip's concerned, crossing this ludicrous amount of cars is not the only way of achieving her goal. Well, whatever that's supposed to be concretely. Only God knows what's in store for her. Why do you want to carry on? It can't be just for camp, because if Tulip thinks as logically as Fan says she does, by the time she reaches maybe car 40, camp would probably be over. You didn't even consider the fact of how long we even on the train in the first place. Weeks could have went by, months. And if it's just to get home, I mean, what made you jump to the conclusion is that simple as going to the conductor? If she again has the good logic as I hear she does, she just saw events and creatures that are clearly not from Earth. So why in the world would she think that getting her to her destination is as simple as going through that when there's no guarantee even on the planet? And you can't say she's heading there to get answers because she never says nor implies that. And dear God, I hope the numbers on her hand is not a simple card countdown, because that is a complete waste of time for something you can literally step outside and see with your own 2 eyes. Unless they make it like she goes down 1 card, but for some reason the number increases by 20. That would be something cool to build on. You got an entire subplot right there with Tulip finding the right exact order of cards to reach the conductor. It's early, so there's hope, but time will tell. And speaking of Tulip, dear God, you're a fool. For someone who's smart enough to create a video game, your street smarts are lacking. She's impulsive and does not plan ahead. And I don't give a rat's tail what people say. As far as episode 1 is concerned, she does not think logically. If she did, she would not be in this situation in the first place. She tickles me as a ginger star butterfly with glasses, but just not nearly as retarded. For someone who fans claim has good logic, her logic is shown to be mushed from the jump because she got on some random shady train when she should have stopped and thought, why this train here in the first place? Where did the train station even come from? And the fact that I know she didn't go very far on foot, she should have known the area at that point very well. So how in the world would they explain her ignoring again the phantom train station, where in her head she should have went, where does train station come from? And even before that, when she ran away impulsively without even planning for a nanosecond, how in the world would you believe that the brochure only says a hop away and ignore the obvious 300 miles, then go down the line and go, oh yeah, 300 miles is not a hop. Like, no duh, Sherlock. Again, it's only episode 1, there's plenty of room for improvement. You can make this into a self-reflection moment down the line for some good character development, so nothing's set in stone. But some good news is she seems to be able to think off her feet and again is at least book smart. But everything else is suggestive, like looks for example. What I hope they don't do is have her face some daunting task just to BS and say she's really good on her feet. Most female leads are like this, and this is the reason why most of them suck. Hopefully Tulip does not go down that road. As for 1-1, we don't know enough about it. Him, her, whatever, is a robot, or at least we think it is. But it's very clear it's operated like a split personality. One side is the cheery happy side, the other side is the pessimistic downer side. Like me. And it has a mother of some kind. I'm not exactly sure if this thing is a robot or a living thing in a metal casing. But again, it's so early and there is really a lack of information about him. Which is something I just talked about and complained about. And all we have left is the mom, the dad, and the friend who we'll never see again. Nothing to see here, guys. Move along. The music is neat, the setting is meh, still in the early stages, animation is passable, but I feel like they're cheaping out on some quality. I saw a lot of inconsistency and it flows weird, but it gets the job done. And again, the voice acting gets the job done. Nothing really to write a home here about unless a character comes down the line and delivers phenomenal voice acting. I don't like the slow dialogue in the first few seconds, and there was too many bits that were just a waste of airtime and not needed. You know how much I complain about this on Star Versus, how much is the metric and tons upon metric tons of wasted airtime that could be utilized down the line for something better. Hopefully they don't go down this route. Overall, I'm not that impressed, but it is the first episode, so this is far from final and should really be taken with a grain of salt, honestly. But I do like the foundation for development and the potential is there, but the first impressions leave a lot to be desired. I mean, who knows how the show will progress? I'll keep tabs on it to see what happens. I just hope it doesn't fall flat due to bouts of mediocre trash like most animated modern shows. That would just be tragic for a show with this much potential.